Okay, this video is about the heater fan. The heater fan is not functioning, which is awesome. Doesn't matter what mode you have it in. And here's the problem. Believe it or not. Oh, turn the thing on. There it goes. Yep, fan's on. Fan's off. It's in the ignition switch. Alright, changing this ignition switch, and we're going to be taking this tilt lever off. The way to do that is to pull straight up towards the steering wheel, and it pops right off. I know it sounds crazy, but that's what you do. And then there's two screw holes right there. Take the two screws out, and you're going to use a T20 Torx bit. And then there's an additional screw right here just above where the tilt lever was, and you can unsnap the top of the cover off. It's pretty light tabbed. And then the bottom, you're going to work it over the top of this tumbler and over the little lever there. Should be able to pull it right off. So the top just pops right off. And then the bottom, like I say, we'll just pull it over the tumbler like that, and then over the lever, and it comes off. Not too bad. And now what we're looking to do is there's two screws, one here and one right here, that's going to hold this entire mechanism on. That's the tilt mechanism. It's a cable operated mechanism, so it won't hurt to move that out of the way. We've got to take those two screws out because there are two more screws that hold the switch on. And this is the switch right here. The tumbler is here, goes all the way through the column and makes contact with this switch and turns it, and it's plugged in back here. And this switch has a white tab on top of it, white plastic tab that has to be raised to release the switch plug, and the plug will come off. There's a red tab here that moves to the side, and then that can be unplugged. So here it goes. Unplugged. Now if you look at the plug, you can see where it's cooked because of the high heat of the circuit that runs the fan and goes through this plug, and inside the switch it goes bad. The contacts they turn black, and it doesn't make contact anymore. So it's just as easy just to get a new switch. They're pretty inexpensive unless you go to the dealer, in which case they're about $150. But you can go to the parts store and pay $30. So that's what I did. Okay, we'll take these two screws out right now. And I believe it's a T25. Yep, T25 to get these screws out. There are two different sizes. The long one is at the bottom. The short one is closer to the steering wheel. I think it's longer, so it's easier to get it up inside there. Just about got it. Now you might want to have your battery disconnected just to play it safe, because you are monkeying around with the airbag charged right in front of you. So they don't recommend you be bumping into these plugs and so forth. So I'll just move it out of the way just enough to get to that. And what size is this one? That is a T15. Is it? No, it's a 20. So we're back to a T20 to get the 2 screws out of the switch. And they are like a wood screw into plastic. Just a coarse thread into the plastic of the switch. Yeah, so don't lose any screws, you're going to need them. Okay. Alright, there's a tiny plastic little bar right there. It's kind of got a little detent, a catch. Easy to flick that off. You can see the switch just popped out right then. And there it is, it's in my hand. So, we'll put the new one in the reverse order.
Having a good time so far? Absolutely. We're getting into $300 rounds.
Yeah, I just want you to see the spade on this side of the switch. You can see where the heat takes its toll, and then inside of there looks kind of hot too. I'll pull it apart so you can get an idea of what it's done inside. And it just turned a couple of these reeds black.
61 and gray with the 1040. Well, we got the 10s all covered.
Yeah. Black, charred all the way through, and charred reeds down inside there. So that's what's happening. I'm no longer making contact. Those reeds, the points on the tips of those reeds are no longer making contact, so the fan won't work anymore. That's what's wrong with it. Smoked. So a new part is in order. There we go. Alright, we are screwing these screws back in. Bottom of the switch. And then put this back up into position. Put the screws back into that. Alright, time for the try it out. Alright. Fan works perfect. Engine starts. No more intermittent fan. Awesome.